Another group of people who spread Islam in the region were the trade geniuses. Now, these trade geniuses were basically traders who understood and were very much aware that the Malay world was a place of finance and commerce for generations and generations. They knew that selling goods gave opportunities for them to also make the people that they were interacting with aware of their religion. So as these trade geniuses brought items which Malays saw as luxuries coming from India, coming from China, coming from the Arab world, they also traded at the same time their beliefs. So look at it like this. Here is one person selling some products such as silk. It was very much a big product that Malays wanted to buy. And as they were selling these things, the people who were buying from them would be very interested to know about their religion. And these trade geniuses used the opportunity to say, I am a Muslim from China and I'm here to sell you this product. Now the trade geniuses actually didn't stop there. They didn't only share about their religion by selling goods. What they did was to also share the trade routes to the Malays. And Malays in the end traveled into many of these places where Muslims were staying in. Some of these Malays decided to stay, and that's why there emerged a very big Malay community in places such as Goa, Sri Lanka, and other places all over the world. And these were places where these traders brought many of these Malay traders and introduced them to these trade routes. The trade geniuses not only sell things and also shared routes to the Malays, they did one thing that really changed Malay life. That is that they married into the Malay community. Many of these trade geniuses became part of the Malay Indonesian families that were there in the region. And the same is it when we talk about mainland Southeast Asia. These traders came through the Silk Road as Chinese and Persian traders. They entered into the Cham communities that were already there in parts of Cambodia and Vietnam, and then intermarried into that community for many reasons, not only because they wanted to become part of the Malay family or only because they want to spread Islam, but also because by intermarriage, they developed new trading networks that are linked back to where they were from. And because of that, the Malay world and Southeast Asia as a whole became networks of businesses that linked Muslims in this part of the world to other parts of the world. The remarkable thing about all of this is that many of these trade geniuses who also understood the local cultures ensured that women became the top merchants as people who manage business in the region. Until the coming of the West in the 16th century onwards, and more so in the 17th and 18th century, women dominated trade in Southeast Asia, especially in island Southeast Asia. These trade geniuses were very much aware of this. They married many of these women and then established networks of trade and allowed these women to carry on the trading as usual and ensuring that the business grew. And you can still see signs of this today in northern Malaysia. If you travel to Kelantan and Terengganu and go into the markets, the people who dominated many of these markets till today are actually the women folk. And that was how Islam spread, through the force of trade, through the agency of women merchants.